think I've had enough already, don't you? Is it safe to come up? Safe to come up? Hi, it's me. Yeah. Boy, did I get a load of crap from Ron Paul about his Zionist ways. I'm gonna explain to you what I base a lot of this on. Most of his collusion. First of all, understand, I said I'd shake the man's hand, and I mean it. He's, I believe in what he's doing, but I'm going to talk to you about LEHMAN, the co-author of the Gold book that they published together. There's a couple other co-publishers that I'll mention their names, but I didn't really want to go much further. LEHMAN is part founder of the Heritage Foundation, part founder of the I can't even say these names. Part founder of the Heritage Foundation, part founder of the Gilder Lehrman Institute on American History, which is a very noble cause, founder of the Lehrman Institute, the Lincoln Soldiers Institute at Gettysburg College, and a former member of the board of directors, the Project for a New America, which is a secondary. These are my shooting lenses. He has ties with George Bush Jr. and their co-investors or partial investor in Arbusto Energy, which was actually investigated by the Senate, by a couple of Senate committees. George Bush Jr. also awarded him the Humanitarian Award in 2005. He ran for the mayor of New York and lost. Ties to Jack Abramoff, the lobbyist that was caught defrauding American Indian tribes, and he was also convicted on corruption. Hold on. Now, aside from that, see where I'm at. Okay, he's directly linked to Ronald Reagan, and almost received an appointment in the Reagan White House. Another number of he's just another member of the New World Order and alliances between the U.S. in the event of an invasion. This man is a point who has surfaced more than once. He's come about again and again and again. I think he's a point man for part of the Rex 84 program. We all know what that is. I sort of looked through it and looked through his life and looked through all the things that he's done, and I came to a conclusion that he is an eloquent wolf in fine sheep's clothing. This guy is a problem, like a member of the trustee of the Iran-Contra ordeal, which aided Oliver North in their campaign to supply Contra guerrillas in Nicaragua and drugs to the USA, utilizing that money and giving Americans more drugs. And then the war, Reagan's war on drugs was sort of pointless when Reagan was the one that was supplying the drugs. So the war would have never really stopped in the first place. Now remember that the Iran-Contra affair was part of the MK-Ultra plan under the Rex 84, which talks about the suspension of the Constitution, concentration camps, and dealing with that. And when you cohort with Rex 84, in their collaboration book, Zionist John Lehrman, among them Ron and Louis Lehrman, Zionist Murray Rothbard, and Ron Paul. And I'm not sure if he's a Zionist, but in my opinion, when you're hanging around with this kind of crowd, even if it is to publish a book and you're all sharing ideologies, there's got to be something wrong with it. And we all know what the point is, don't we, America? I mean, eventually they all just want to look at you and take away your freedom. And I almost sound crazy when I say this, and that's the part that I have a problem pondering. It's at what point do they do these things? I mean, it's almost like, they want to look you in the face and say, oh well, you won't be needing this anymore. I'm sorry. Put down the pens, everyone. You'll have to stop signing these things, and we'll get you all taken care of. Oh, and we'll need this too, the Declaration of Independence. Yeah, we're going to enter all of this in as evidence, and pretty soon we'll get you all taken care of there. And oh, whoops. These groups are not out to help us. These groups are the very groups that are working against us. And I know you have a hard time believing it. I know it's hard to believe that Ron Paul might have something to do with it. And I'm having a hard time too, because I listen to him speak and I like the guy. And his voting record's stellar, his life stellar. Someone wanted me to speak about the candidates and who I'd vote for. And, you know, that's pretty much it. I'll talk about that in my next video coming up tonight. And I just wanted to try to remain objective in all of my videos. But wow, what kind of fallout did I receive for talking about Ron Paul? I know that YouTube is sort of Ron Paul's backyard, and you know, the internet's most of his front yard, and everybody likes to take care of him. And hey, I've even sent him money. But when I looked into the candidate a little bit more deeply, I found some other stuff that I found that was disturbing. I know it's hard to hear me say Zionist, but his Zionist ideologies I find are tremendously disturbing, or at least his links. If he can denounce these people, I mean, when you sit down with a group of people and you write a book and you put your name to it, maybe you should know who you're writing a book with. But this guy Lehrman, he is definitely a Zionist, and he is definitely part of the American Institute. He's definitely part of the Heritage Foundation. He's definitely part of the MK Ultra program. He's definitely part of the Rex 84 program, which means he also has ties to the Illuminati, which means he also has ties to the Bilderbergers. And this is all part of this banking and money group. They're attempting to use money to enslave you and try to show you just how much power it has. And you know, it's become something that we need to address, America. These people in suits, they might wear fine suits, but I got news for us all. They are not working for us in one way, shape, or form. And we need to wake up to some of these simple facts. And I know I've got my helmet on, but wow, the flack that I got from my Ron Paul video, everyone said I was crazy, but I'm not basing it out of just meanness. I mean, I really am looking around the candidates and their associations and where they've gone, and I'm trying to be as even as possible without hating anyone, because up until another candidate entered the race, I was in the Ron Paul camp all the way, and then I started slacking back once I started hearing more and more of his policy and a little bit deeper, you know, how it goes. But yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm basing this on just some truthy weirdness. I mean, I really did do my background work on these guys, and yeah, it's safe to say that you know, a lot of these people are Zionists, and it almost seems like to me that Zionism is a form of racism, just another form of hate. So yeah, America, you know, thanks for all the comments. I know you think I'm crazy sometimes when I do a video like that, or maybe you think I'm crazy all the time. I really don't. I don't mind. I mean, you're allowed to say whatever you want on my channel. It's freedom of speech through and through. But just understand, you start looking up some of these names that I've mentioned, and you're going to find out exactly who these people are. And these are people that he does associate with. So if someone he's working with on a book, or with a project, or in his everyday career, that has ties to the Rex 84 program or to the MK Ultra program that Oliver North exposed purely by accident, then yeah, look up Rex 84. Look what he had to say in front of the Congress, and look how Congress treated the man who asked the hardest question of all: suspension of the Constitution. That's what they're after. Everybody, thanks for watching my shows. I'll talk to you later.